Hey everyone, Hurricane Liz here, back again for more sourcing. I've been at it for quite some time today, but I'm not going to stop. I've got my nerd glasses lost somewhere in all the moving boxes, but they're going to be back soon since people are so excited about those. So let's just do what I've been doing so far, hit the Amazon bestseller list. Now in the future, we will hit up different other ways to source, and we'll cover those in very thoroughly, so you will not be missing out anything at all. So let's take a look. And in fact, this is kind of interesting what pops up here. So I'll start hitting those topics since it seems that you guys want them, and it's not just you, but all of Google. So I Googled Amazon bestsellers list, and that's exactly what I'm going to jump into. And I talked in the last sourcing episode about how to find a product that you can sort of similar to supplements if you actually want to jump into the supplements and you don't have the money to do so. And this product is what you should start with. And the way that I would go about and do it if I didn't have that much money is I would jump into something in the sports and outdoors niche. So I'm going to jump straight into sports and outdoors, and I'm going to look at bestsellers. And what we're going to be looking for here is a product that could potentially be supplementary to our supplements. So supplementary to our supplements, that's super important. So let's start taking a look here. For some reason, number one's missing, but we're going to just skip it. Who gives a crap? Let's keep going and see what we have here. We've got these swimming goggles. Right now, it's an important thing to know about swimming goggles is they could be seasonal, but still doesn't matter. They're going to sell in the summer. So let's put swimming goggles and let's paste it there. They don't have a lot of reviews, and they are literally getting the shit sold out of them, guys. Take a look at this. Number 3 in sports and outdoors. I am very used to doing seasonal niches, so for me, this might actually be a product that I jump into next year. I now know the production time, I know all that stuff, and it took years to master it, but you could very well start your very first set of swimming goggles. And take note of when they're hitting number 1. Right now, we're at about the 24th of April, so we want to gather that they maybe are ready to go in at the end of March, like sort of towards the end of spring break. So now we got to think of things like production time and when we actually have to order these. So these will probably have to be ordered right about a month to a month and a half before Chinese New Year, and or right after Chinese New Year, and then you expect them late. We've actually got some products that are late that are headed over that were done after Chinese New Year, and they still haven't arrived. So that goes to show you that they're a little bit late. They're seasonal products. They're for the summer, and they still haven't gotten here. That's not really too worrisome to us, but for you on your first product, it could be, because if you get stuck with them, you're going to have to pay some storage fees and things like that. So these swimming goggles, thumbs up. And really, in the long run, if you're looking to do supplements in the future, you could target swimmers because, hey, at the end of the day, swimmers are athletes too, just like poker players and golfers and all those other guys, race car drivers that don't really do too much stuff with their body. They just let the vehicle drive them around. So let's keep looking. And see what else we find. Resistance band set 3,100. A water bottle 3,000 reviews is what I'm pointing out here. A foam roller 1,500 reviews. These spinners, they're pretty good, but as you can see, the price is dropping on them. They're hot, so I could still put it on there, but I've got to consider things like that in here. If you guys have not seen my fidget cube video, you do definitely want to take a look at that. And think about some of the things that I mentioned in there, because it could be very hazardous to people selling fidget spinners as well. Not just hazardous to your health, but also hazardous to your bank book, which is the more hazardous of the two in most Americans' eyes. So let's continue to look at the other things. A 2-pack LED camping lantern, 4,900. A yoga mat, 4,200 reviews. This knee compression sleeve, 6,300. A plush thing that is going to be gigantic. I've got one of these air mattresses, very heavy to sell and all that stuff, so quite a bit. A waist trimmer, 1,500 reviews. Those are always hot. And some compression socks. So a lot of compression things, a lot of knee sleeves and stuff like that. A lot of water bottles. Got some more LED lanterns, which could be look like a little bit of a different design. So the fact that they're $9.99, we did see the other ones, but I'm still going to just jot them down just in case. No tie shoelaces. Very interesting. I personally like to tie my shoelaces. I think if somebody's lazy enough not to want to tie their shoelaces, there's something wrong with that person. So if you don't want to learn how to tie your shoelaces, or just don't want to tie them, that's pretty crazy. KT tape. It looks like some kind of tape for people's legs if they're hurt or something. There's another fidget cube. Some socks, again, lots of water bottles, which could be potentially a good thing. A full face snorkel mask. It is a little higher price, so I don't know how what kind of pocketbooks we're dealing with here. But that is definitely something that you could write down. Good old bike lights, 5,000 reviews. You definitely don't want to jump into that. Some polarized sports sunglasses. Now these look a lot like Oakley knockoffs, but I do notice that they're doing quite well. And there's nothing in there about really like a big brand. I don't know if Toregi is a big brand, but I don't think so. I have no idea. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But let's just look at polarized sports sunglasses. Here's a life jacket for kids with a little crab that looks a heck of a lot like Sebastian. Could be coincidental, but I somehow think they did that on purpose. An interesting stress spinner is what they call it. So notice the play on words. You might want to jot that down if you're thinking of it. Here's a double camping hammock. So that's also a seasonal item. A lot of the stuff that pops up right now is going to be seasonal, but this kind of stuff sells all year round. There's places around here where it's warm all year round. So I'm definitely going to write that down here. Camping hammock. It is a larger item, so it could potentially be a little bit more expensive, and it's not, so great. A flip belt, which I don't actually know what that is, and an iron gym bar. Again, another bottled water, a hydro flask. Here's an inversion table, it's going to be too big. Batting tee, 1,200 reviews. This umbrella, 2,500 reviews. Let's see what else we see here. A lightweight durable backpack, 1,500 reviews. Again, if you want to write these down and further investigate to see what second and third place for the keyword actually get, which we'll cover in a future video, go right ahead. I'm trying to find what I like to call the easy pickings ones. I want something that could potentially work out well. Here we have some sunscreen lotion that I think is a good one. We'll see what we could put on here. Sunscreen lotion. Here is a Yeti cup, a Rambler. I'm not sure. I think the Rambler is like a trademark thing. So it's a stainless steel cup. I don't actually know how good stainless steel cups themselves sell. So I'm going to go ahead and write it down and toss it on here. Stainless steel cup. It's not really a cup necessarily, but we'll investigate that further. Here's an oversized quad chair. Here are some professional tea. I'm not a golfer, so I don't actually know what they are, but I'm going to just guess it's golfing tees, or I freaking don't know a darn thing about golfing. Other than it's not a sport. I'm just kidding about that sports stuff, guys. Not qualified to say what is a sport and what isn't. Here's an inner tube for bike, which is kind of could be a good thing. So it's a bike inner tube, and that's for when somebody gets a flat tire. Here we go, a good old soccer ball. So let's write that down. That'll basically cap it off. So soccer ball. So in this actual category, we managed to find about another 9 actual products, and that was just with the best sellers. Remember that you can also search the other hot sections on Amazon for this particular niche, and those sections are the movers and shakers, the hot new releases, the most wished for, and the gift ideas. You can take a look at all those for the category to really get to know the category, but really think about how you can sort of move over into supplements if you're actually doing this. Like for example, if you're starting to do a fitness line, you could do a jump rope and things like that, and then later on decide to offer the supplements, and that really is a great supplemental product to your supplements. So when you're thinking of joining or doing supplements, do that first in order to just get your feet wet with Amazon. That way you can make some money and then put all that money into your supplements, because supplements, beauty, all those kinds of actual niches can be very expensive if you do it right out of the gate. So those are just a couple ideas. If you guys want to learn how to promote those products, then I highly suggest you click the link below to get our free traffic ebook. It's like a 3-page ebook that tells you exactly what we actually do to rank our products. Other than that, let me know what other niches you want me to cover in future videos and give me some comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.